guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had a little bit of a rough time here recently because I actually already made this video and then the file got corrupted somehow. So I'm gonna go through it again, even though this is really the first time you all will be seeing it. Basically, I'm gonna go over what it costs to do something like this, like my car. If you want to do a swap in a foxbody, things you'll have to, do in order to get certain things to work. A lot of the parts actually come from your 9604 cars. You got your hydro boost, that's one thing. The power steering lines, pump, your AC compressor, and your AC lines and stuff like that are actually going to be foxbody lines, but I've seen some people use the 9604 lines, so you could get lucky in that portion. But I actually had someone custom modify the lines on top of the evaporator and stuff like that. So and the condenser, the AC condenser and stuff like that is actually all stock foxbody stuff. But basically, I mean, what's it cost? I mean, this car was about, I'm above the 20,000 range. I'm not gonna go into full detail. That's not including the price of the car. Like I said, this was my first car, so I didn't purchase this car. The money for this car was actually left by my grandparents, and the rest was my dad. And I know a lot of people don't get that lucky. I'm very fortunate, but yeah. So this car was about 20-ish thousand. That's pretty much everything. As far as just the motor and everything. The motor I scored for like $750. Like I said in a previous interview on Big Stick Stangs. If y'all want to see a really good full in-depth video of my car, go check out Big Stick Stangs. He's got a really good video out there of just an interview with me walking around the car and checking it out, especially when it was cleaner, because it is absolutely filthy right now. But basically, if you're wanting to do one of these swaps, your most expensive car to do is going to be your older vehicles, for sure. Like if you want to do one of these cars, or if you want to do one of these, it's definitely going to be more expensive for this. But as far as these goes, you're going to be looking into could be $12,000 to $20,000 range, and that's just how it is. And that's not including parts of without everything being inflated, inflation taking place or whatever. That's just how it is for these cars. You use a lot of 9604 parts. So if you're really looking to do a Coyote swap, your best bet is to get a 9604 car, just because, like I said, the hydro boost lines, you're going to reuse those. You're going to use the brakes, and the foxbody drum brakes. Why would you want to use those at this point? You know what I mean? Like when this car was exploded apart, I was trying to take shortcuts, kind of like everybody does. The budget just kind of starts to get a little crazy, you get a little hectic. But you just gotta kind of stick with the idea just to change everything out and make everything brand new, because if not, you'll hate yourself in the end for not doing it. At least that's what I was figuring out, that everybody, especially if you get on the Coyote swap forums and you start asking questions, people are like, why didn't you just change it out anyway? Everybody else does, But your disc brakes, like the rear discs, they're off the 99 GT. The front brakes are 03 Cobra. The tank is 03 Cobra. Now, you can use a foxbody tank. I've seen a lot of people use a foxbody tank. But like I said, your AC, your power steering, the motors are already modular in those cars. So it's not as tight of a fit. You actually use 4.6 motor mounts for the Coyote, in like your UPRK members, your Team ZK members, and things of that nature. You use 4.6 motor mounts because they're all modular, they all bolt up to the same thing. And I've actually seen people use stock K members to save for their budget. I wouldn't say that's ideal because of the oil pan and stuff like that, and cutting it out, it could be a safety feature, a safety factor later on. Another thing is I don't have a front sway bar on this car. So I know on those cars, to actually run a sway bar on your foxbody, you have to run an SN95 sway bar, which this car doesn't have a sway bar on it at all, as I'll show you, because the actual brackets, I'll just hit that wheel. The actual brackets themselves will hit the motor in the foxbody cars. Well, not necessarily hit the motor, but the foxbody sway bar does not fit. So it's actually on the line. Of course, you can't see it now, but it's on the basically where my AC lines are, on both sides where the brackets are, and then it's right over where my power steering lines are. So you can't really see it, but in order to run a sway bar on these cars, you got to run an SM95 with a big spacer, in order to keep the sway bar out of the way from the engine. But I mean, other than that, I mean, pretty much everything out there nowadays is plenty of R&D and plug and play and stuff like that. Basically, what the car is going to cost is depending on what you want to do. If you do an SN95 car or a new Edge car, it's going to cost you probably maximum of like $12,000 to $15,000, depending on how nice you make it. I've seen a lot of cars. There's a car for sale actually on Facebook Marketplace right now for $13,500. Full Coyote swap new Edge car. Another thing I actually forgot to mention was the transmissions. All the transmissions in the new Edges are modular, and they all bolt up to the Coyote. All of them are the same bolt pattern and everything, except for your T5, which you would have to sell out of your foxbody to put that in it. Your T45, your 03 Cobra T56, your 3650, they're all modular. So they're all gonna bolt right up to a Coyote. So that's another cost saving factor, because I mean, I got a T45 in mine now, and if it's perfect, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can find them cheap, but your ideal transmission, because you're always gonna wanna go faster eventually, would probably be your T56, or I know I'm changing mine to MT82 over there, so. But that's just one of the things that I've driven so many MT82 cars. I just love that transmission, so I'm gonna do what I can. It is a little costly, but I'm gonna take my time with it and probably do it later on this year. For now, I think this year I'm gonna see what the T45 will do, like I was talking about last video. But yeah, there's definitely a little bit of odds and ends. If you guys have any questions, of course, I'll try to get to them in the comment section. I know I haven't seen a lot yet, but hopefully we'll start getting some in there, because I love trying to help some people out. So, but yeah, guys, I just kind of wanted to go over you with it today. This isn't as long as the last video, unfortunately. The whole losing the video and me having to deal with it just kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, if you want a car like this, exactly the way, Scott Rod panels, built motor. Now, built motor might be dependent on you, because I found the motor for $750, like I said earlier. So then I had it completely gone through. But built motor, T45 trans, stock rear end with Ranger axles, 03 Cobra brakes, AC, power steering, Aeromotive 1000 fuel pump, 03 Cobra tank. I also forgot to mention you actually use a 96 to 04 fan too. So that's another cost saving part when doing a swap in a new Edge or SN95 car. You use the fans. Now for SN95, that's not talking about 94, 95 obviously, but your 96, your modular motors, your 2-valve, your 4 valves, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of do this quick video for you guys. I don't mean to talk your head off. I'm gonna try to do a review on this 90 coupe. I think it's a 90, or it might be a 91. I think it's a 91. For you guys, it's got a little spray action. So hopefully we'll get to check that out in the next video. For now, I guess we'll see you guys later, and hope to see you all in maybe some Coyote swaps here in the future. So catch you later.